Good afternoon, YouTube. Old Rusty here again today for more Shroomlights. It's an obsession lately. Rabbits were fun, but I may have overdone it this time. 50 stacks an hour is what this farm will make. This unwieldy, ugly mess of redstone and block streams, all to go into the exact same kind of blast chamber as my previous version, will make 50 stacks an hour. I ran it for 10 minutes. This is for 10 minutes. I've already done some more testing. I just wanted to get a little sample build up here. The storage is not designed for this. I've literally had my composters back up on me and dump wart block in here. I got a little less than 10 stacks in, a little less than about 8.5 stacks in the span of 10 minutes. For this last test run, I've done several. And the only difference here is I'm still only using 4 spots. But I've eliminated the sticky piston walls that were sitting there pulling blocks out and then pushing them forward. And that essentially cut my time in half for running this farm. And all it cost me was this weird thing where I'm having to push every one of these corners out in a completely different direction and then work it around with a series of observer and piston walls with no delay here, and then several piston walls with observers, so that I could work them around, line them all up over here so that all of them are getting flown in and pushed into the same kind of blast chamber. And again over here with my individual stem that grows at the bottom, pushing it up and then doing it by 4 this time. And then I'm still having the copper bulbs fire off 3 of them, so it fires off every 8 growths. And the difference in that one elimination, and I really question the sanity of the workaround of getting rid of those sticky pistons here, is I go from 27 stacks an hour to almost double to 50. 50 stacks an hour, which essentially doubles the rate of TNT consumption, is now at 18 stacks an hour. Bone meal, I'm using barrels right now. I emptied out an entire barrel in less than 10 minutes and then some. So bone meal consumption is in fact at about 200 stacks an hour of bone meal, which, you know, I mean, that's okay. That's only about 14,000 bone meal an hour. If you get yourself a fish farm, you can run this. You can run this. This is like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, 140, 160 observers, 160 extra pistons, way more redstone and complicated building at world height, just so that I can eliminate that one sticky piston retraction then reset. And 50 stacks an hour. Is this practical? I mean, no. I much prefer my other one. I'm not going to do a tutorial on this, but if you wanted to know how far you can push a single core Shroomlight farm, and you're willing to go to all sorts of terrible lengths to navigate this block streams around, get them into a blast chamber, guzzle TNT faster than I think my dispensers may legitimately be able to keep up, and the end result is this, and of course building at world height. So have fun with all this, and the end result is no delay. So, you know, I'm going to end up sometimes here where it takes a little bit for it to grow, and that's fine, but the rest of the time, I mean, I literally can't grow this faster. I don't really have room for any more dispensers in this. I don't even think my dispensers can reload as fast as it's going through it sometimes, but I may be wrong. I'm not very good at redstone here. Same droppers before to shoot me more, and it just, every time I grow it, it just pushes these block streams around even more. And then I wasn't anticipating my storage issues, so I had to modify the ice on the fly a little bit. But I mean, it's just, I just got 23 from that little bit where I was just op testing, Old Rusty's impractical, implausible, ridiculous, faster Shroomlight farm. I keep falling. I was curious how this would go. It occurred to me, you know, I could cut the time in half, and I'm happy with this. I guess. Not this. Not this block stream madness. I guess if you went with 4 blast chambers, you could skip all this, or you went with 2 blast chambers and worked it out better. But I just wanted to do a straight comparison, and 50 Shroomlights an hour. It's too much. Like, I want to use it, but how much bone meal am I gonna go through? I'm already chunking almost 7,000 in the trash before. This thing's at 14,000. And I could probably get blast chambers to make this work better, but I mean, if you're in the Shroomlights, and I mean, I am, but this might be too much. But there you go. 50 stacks an hour of Shroomlights. And it's just going to cost you about 200 observers and extra pistons, I guess. Old Rusty out!